show you how to solve quadratic equation using both the factoring method and the quadratic formula method. So I'm going to go ahead and use this pen to write as I show you. And here is the factoring method. This is an easy and fast way to find the solutions for a polynomial. And the first thing I'm going to do is find two numbers that multiply together, give you the last one, in this case is 3, and added or subtracted together give you the middle number. So the easy way to do this is you make an x, you put the last number on top, the middle number in the bottom, and you're looking for two numbers that multiply together give you 3. That would be 3 and 1, and added together need to give you 4. Keep in mind that the signs on both are positive, because positive 3 times positive 1 is positive 3, which is what you have, and positive 3 plus 1 gives you 4. So the way you write this is you put the two parentheses. You need two numbers that multiply together gives you x squared, so you need an x and an x, because x times x is x squared, and then all you do is you copy this plus 3 on one parenthesis and then plus 1 in another parenthesis. Now you need to solve, and it's an easy multiplication and it's equal to 0, which means that the first number, in this case x plus 3, needs to equal 0, or the second number, x plus 1, equals 0. If one of these numbers is 0, this equation is true, because the only way to have a multiplication equal to 0 is if one of these two numbers is actually 0. So, and then you just solve this one-step equation, subtract 3 on both sides to leave x by itself, and you find that x is -3, and do the same over here, subtracting 1, and you get that x is -1. So the solution for this polynomial is x equals -3, x equals -1. Keep in mind that this method only works if the coefficient in front of x squared is 1. Otherwise, you need to use the quadratic formula. And I'm going to show you how to use it to solve polynomials. So if factoring doesn't work, or the number in front of x squared is a number different than 1, you can always use the quadratic formula to find the solutions for the polynomial. So the first thing I'm going to do is set it equal to 0. So I'm going to say that 0 equals 7x squared plus 10x plus 3. And then you're going to find the values for a, b, or c to plug it into this formula. So the way this works is 0 equals ax squared plus bx plus c. All this means is that a is the number in front of x squared, b is the number in front of x, and c is the number without any letter. So for me, a is 7 because it's the number in front of x squared, b is 10 because it's the number in front of x, and c is 3 because it's the number without any letter. If any of these would have been negative, you needed to keep the negative going. And now we're going to plug it into the formula. So I'm going to say that x equals negative b means the opposite of b. My b is positive 10, so I'm going to make it a negative 10, plus or minus square root of b squared, which is 10 squared, minus 4 times a, which is 7, times b, which is 3. There we go. All over 2 times a, my a is 7. So now I have to find the values for x. So I'm going to simplify this. 10 squared is 100. Negative 4 times 7 times 3 is negative 84. All over 14. There we go. So now I'm going to simplify one more time, and I'm going to say that negative 10 plus or minus 100 minus 84 is 16. So I'm going to say square root of 16 all over 14. And then I'm going to split this to find the two answers. So I need to have two answers always because it's x squared. So I'm going to say negative 10 plus square root of 16 over 14. And the other one is going to be with a minus. See that I have the plus and the minus. Negative 10 minus square root of 16 over 14. And then all you have to do is simplify this by saying that negative 10 plus square root of 16 is 4 over 14, and negative 10 plus 4 is negative 6 over 14. They both divide by 2, so I'm going to say that is negative 3/7. That's the first answer. And you do it again for the bottom one. Negative 10 minus 4 divided by 14. Negative 10 minus 4 is negative 14 over 14, and this is just negative 1. So you find that the two solutions are negative 3/7 and negative 1. To know is how to find the vertex for a parabola. The vertex is a point x, y. Here is the formula how to find x, and then you just plug it in to find y. So again, I'm going to use the pen to write as I talk. And the first thing you're going to do is find the values for a and b. So remember that is 0 equals ax squared plus bx plus c. That means that a is the number in front of x squared, b is the number in front of x. So for me, a is 2 because it's the number in front of x squared, and b is 4 because it's the number in front of x. Then you're going to plug it into the formula, the first half. So I'm going to use this. So I'm going to say minus b over 2a. This is an a, there you go, equals negative b means negative 4 because my b is positive, so I'm going to make it negative, over 2 times a. My a is 2. And then you just solve it to find x. So here would be negative 4 over 2 times 2 is just 4, and negative 4 over 4 is negative 1. So this is my answer for x. And then you plug this back into the formula to find the second half. So instead of x, everywhere you have an x, you're going to plug in a negative 1. So your y equals 2 times, instead of x squared, I'm going to say negative 1 squared, plus 4 times x, but instead of this x, I'm going to write again negative 1, plus 5. And that's how you're going to find y. So all you have to do now is simplify this. 2 times negative 1 squared is just positive 1, plus 4 times negative 1, plus 5. And simplify one more time. 2 times 1 is 2. Positive 4 times negative 1 is negative 4, plus 5. And then you finally simplify all of this. 2 minus 4 is negative 2. Negative 2 plus 5 is positive 3. So you got that the vertex for you is at point negative 1, positive